the GoFun Places, GoFun Rewards corporate update and leadership call. This is not a presentation call. So if you are a guest, we love each and every one of you, and we definitely want to make sure you get back to the person who referred you to tonight's webinar so that you can get to a presentation webinar. This is our leadership, our corporate update call. We'll be covering some updates. My name is T. Lamont Silver Sr. Everyone calls me T. Lamont. I'm one of the presidential directors here in the company. I'll be introducing our management team in just a few moments. And by the way, I want to congratulate and highly salute Darren Miller, who just became the third, my understanding is, the third presidential director in the company. Congratulations, Darren. What a phenomenal leader you are, my friend, and you deserve all of those accolades and so much more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started here in a few minutes, about 5 or 6 minutes. What I'd love for you to do is up at the top left-hand corner, there is a Ask a Question button. Now, that's what I see. You might see where it says Q&A, but I'd love for you to open that up and tell us who you are and tell us where you're from, and those of you that have started building your credit totals, give us an idea of what your credit totals are. We're not going to associate those credit totals with your name, but as we go through, we'd like to just throw out some credit totals here and there, again, not associated with any particular person's name, to begin to stretch the vision of the field. All right, Kelly, welcome to the webinar. James, so much from you. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you on the webinar. Elaine should get the reward or the award for perfect attendance. I don't know that we've ever been on a corporate webinar that we did not see Elaine from Plaquemine, Louisiana. Welcome, Elaine. Hello, Sharon Gold from Texas. Love that name. Welcome to the webinar. Hello, Nicole from Sedona, Arizona. Welcome to the webinar. I've got some folks here. Please tell us who you are as you're aboard. Tell us what part of the world you're from, and let us know what your approximate credit total. We want to associate the credits with your name, but we're going to throw out some credit totals that we're seeing here just to stretch people's vision. Again, we want to associate those credits with your particular name. Congratulations, 4,000 credits I'm seeing, 5,500 credits I'm seeing, 3,600 credits I'm seeing. Well, by the way, from Michigan, Carl from Michigan, good to have you, my friend. Welcome, Labora. Tennessee, welcome. Good day, Dave. Good to have you. Let's throw out some credits here. We've got 277. We've got 5150. We've got 3,000 credits. We've got, oh my goodness, over 60,000 credits. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, whether you've got 277 credits or 277,000 credits, we are as excited about the person with 277 as the one with 277,000. Remember, every single credit, as you place your ad and you're qualified, earns on a daily basis, and whatever that reward is for each credit, we all earn that same reward. All right, Don, good to have you, my friend from Washington. Tanya from Alabama. Those of you that are just coming on, in your top left-hand corner, you ask a question, or it may say Q&A box. Please tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Tell us how many credits you may have. We will not associate those credits with your names. I'm 19,000. This is really specific. 177 credits. I'm seeing 30,200 credits. Hello, Carolyn from Illinois. We're not associating names with those credits, by the way. Hello, Brennan from Tennessee. Clarence, how are you doing, my friend, from California? Welcome. My goodness, 58,575 credits. Hey, Garland from Washington, Virginia. Hello, Teresa. You doing well, young lady? From Teresa, I don't know where you're from, but Teresa Ludwig, good to have you. Hey, Charlie, you doing well, my friend? From Virginia. Let's see, I'm seeing 33,000 credits. I'm seeing, wow, they're coming in hot and heavy. Hey, Carol from Texas, good to have you. I'm seeing 4,670 credits. Fantastic. I'm seeing 28,000 credits. Phenomenal. And 3,215 credits. Hey, Francis Alexander, Queen Twitter. Why do they call her Queen Twitter? Because, gosh, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 folks following her on Twitter. What phenomenal leadership we have here, which is why we call this, Ron from Missouri, we call this the leadership calls. is the corporate update call, and we'll be getting started in just a few moments. I'm seeing 7,800 credits. I'm seeing Rashida from Nashville. I'm seeing Barb from Nevada. I'm seeing Francis from Syracuse, New York. I'm seeing Sharon from Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm seeing Dolores from Illinois, Kim from Utah, Vio from Vancouver, Paul from Australia. Good day, mate. That was really horrible. I'm seeing 11,500 credits. I'm seeing 9,600 credits. I'm seeing 67,500 credits, 9,600 credits again, 1,400, 5,600. As you're coming on, we're about to get started, ladies and gentlemen. This is our weekly Monday night corporate leadership update call. As much as we love our guests, if you happen to be a guest and you are not yet an affiliate with us here at GoFun Places, GoFun Rewards, you want to get back to the person who referred you, get their referral link, go on and register with them, and then come back to our presentation on tomorrow night to hear the rest of the story. Tonight, this is more for our existing affiliates to give them an update and have them hear from our leadership. I'm going to give it about another minute or two. Just want to make sure that we've got our executive team on here, and we'll introduce them and let them get started. Larry, good to have you from D.C. Linton, fantastic to have you. Linton, that's funny. You and your lovely wife are absolutely special folks. I don't know what GFP would be without Linton and Wendy Vanderstein. By the way, Linton, I heard someone was wanting to challenge me my presidency of your fan club, but I'm going to beat that challenge. Okay, my friend James, good to have you. My friend Frankie J, good to have you. Adam, good to have you. I see 280 credits, 40,400 credits. I see Sean from Missouri. I see Vicky from Las Vegas. I see Alan from San Diego. I see Tony from Houston. I see Kent from Idaho. I see Sandra from, I think there's someplace in Canada. Sandra, they kicked me out of college, so I'm not good at geography, so I think that's what that means. I see big R.J. Sherman from California. I see Dan. Whoa, what in the world is happening in Idaho? That must be Darren Miller territory, that huge, big business builder that he is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hearing some ruffling on my line, so I think we may be ready to go on and do some introductions here. What a phenomenal group of folks we have. Thank you so much for sharing who you are, where you're from. We weren't able to get to everyone as people are coming on hot and heavy. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to our management team. Again, every Monday night, obviously it may vary the next couple of weeks because of the season that we're in, but every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, the company has a corporate leadership and update call featuring our management team. We've got Randall Williams, president of the company. We've got Mike Driggers, vice president of the company. Combined, those two gentlemen have a whole host of leadership in this industry. They've been on both the affiliate side. They've been on the consulting side. Randall, I know, has been on the ownership side as well. Mike has been a traditional business owner as an on his own advertising business, and we got a chance to fly out there about a week and a half ago and sit in the boardroom and for to hear the field, hear from the field as to what are we doing right, what are some things that we need to work on, what are some things that we need to do from a field standpoint, and I really appreciate them taking the time out to entertain folks coming to hear from the field. So now they've heard from us. Now we're going to hear from them. Let me introduce our management team. Don't know who's going first. Randall Williams, president. Vice President Mike Driggers. Gentlemen, the webinar and call is yours.
All right. Appreciate it, T. Lamont. This Williams. Appreciate you coming out and introing the call and all that you do, T. Lamont. And I want to thank all the folks on the line, all the affiliates for GoFun Places that have gone out there and helped share the vision with GoFun Places and grow the company, telling their friends and family, and doing all the marketing and so forth that they have. So we've got a lot of exciting things going on. A lot of work behind the scenes. Last week T. Lamont, we came on the corporate update call, and we'd had, I believe, just that previous week that you and several of the leaders had come out to the corporate office and kind of hammered some things out and put a task list together, if you will, of items that we wanted to get done, that we needed to get done, as well as some things that the field really wanted to see. And, we had said somewhere around the next 7 to 10 days, should be right here before Christmas, having a number of new features implemented. The eAdGear team kind of changed things up, and really the eAdGear team, the parent company, a $100 million company, they've brought on, they have a number of other engineering resources, and so they've really taken full control of, going out there, implementing these new features and programming, and so they've got, a bigger team than we had before now working on things. So we got quite a few resources that are on it now that are helping to, fix things that need to be fixed and then implement, a number of new features. In a minute, I'm going to let Mike kind of talk about, where we are on some of the features and updates on that. He's kind of got a list. I've actually had to step away from my computer, so I don't have that list in front of me. But anyhow, so there have been some updates, on some of the features we have on that list. And again, I'm going to let Mike talk about that more in a minute. Right now, I've kind of mentioned that we are working on some other payment processors. We are still, unfortunately, it's working on the credit card for the mall. Unfortunately, the timing of that just takes longer, and the merchants it's in their hands as to how fast they move on actually giving us the merchant account, and then once we get it, from the time that it actually gets turned on where we can use it, is another issue. So we're working on that part of it. We are going to be kind of looking at some of the products this week, and maybe applying lifestyle dollars to the purchase of the products while we're, sitting on this credit card feature to get turned on. That way people can use more of their lifestyle dollars for a lot of the products. So Mike's working hand in hand with me and trying to get that up, a lot of the products updated this week on that. We're also got another way that we're going to be able to start accepting payments here too, that's going to allow you to actually go out there and fund a virtual merchant processor, if you will, through Bank of America or a few other banks. That's going to give another way that you can go out there and make payment, okay, and sign people up, make your subscription payments, make your package payment. And I also believe that it's going to speed up the process because the interface is a lot more user-friendly, and the fees are a lot less than some of the third-party companies that we use now, such as Payza and Solid Trust Pay. So this
Randall?
Yeah.
Hey, Randall, I'm so sorry to interrupt. This is Winston Manderstein, just checking in, doing a little bit of IT work behind the scenes here. We are having a little bit of an audio issue with the audio online. So I was wondering if maybe T. Lamont, I know you're keeping up with the notes. Would you mind just posting up the call-in number, and anybody who's having some intermittent audio online, if you're listening through your speakers on your computer, go ahead and call into the line, and that'll be a much cleaner audio there. We have clean audio on the conference line, but for some reason tonight we've got a little intermittent audio on the computer side. So T. Lamont's going to go ahead and put up that number for us, and I'll hand it right back to you, Randall. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Okay. So anyhow, this new processor here, I've signed the contract on it, and the eAdGear, the parent company engineering team, should be able to give me a time frame of when they expect to have it turned on. I don't expect it to take too long. It's a fairly simple interface, and it's both a national and an international solution. So I do expect to have that turned on pretty soon. I don't have the exact date today, but again, I have personally signed the contract and completed the deal with the company to get that turned on. So that should be coming any time here, and I'm hoping it'll be before our next update call. So with that, I don't have a whole lot. We really just been focusing on working on, the support tickets. From what I understand, the support queue is starting to get a little more under control, and then also just the new features. So there's really not a whole lot from me tonight, but I would like to kind of let Mike take and turn it over, since he really has more of the things that the engineering team is working on in front of him. Let him talk about. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, here. Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Well, we've, last couple of weeks we've been aggressively working with the engineering team, specifically me, and communicating with Paul and the engineering team to fix, a lot of different things out there. There's a task list that was created by the leaders and the executive staff, and I have that in front of me. It's like 28, 29 different issues to work on, but behind the scenes there was additional things that needed to get done to help stabilize the program and the company and what we're putting together. And so some of the checklists I'm just going to kind of go through and give in my conversations with the engineers. We have meetings tomorrow on what we're working on currently. Currently there's been some database things that they've had to work on to help stabilize the system we needed to put in place, and Paul's been working with the engineers himself to make sure this gets done. One of the things you're going to see this week, for example, is you're going to see that the lifestyle dollars will be given to you for monthly subscription. Happen this week to where now every month that when the subscription's put in place and the monthly is paid, that you'll receive that instantly. So you'll be seeing that here this week. It's testing and going back through and testing to make sure that the system runs correctly and rewards people with the proper lifestyle dollars on their monthly subscription. Also, there was certain little bugs where some people had gotten products in their purchases during the processing and subscription using some eCash, and so that got fixed this week, and we haven't had any issues on there. We did have a slight issue on a couple of affiliates that had acquired packages and it rewarded them with extreme amount of lifestyle dollars, and so we had to put the accounts on hold and figure out what happened, and we discovered what it is, and so they've been working on fixing those issues. So I don't know if you know this, but if you go into your back office, you'll notice that you can now grab your emails on the folks that front line to you. So your personally sponsored folks, so you can be able to communicate with them directly. If they came in through, some type of marketing, you didn't know who they were, you can now grab their information. This is just a temporary fix to where we're laying out a whole new back office for genealogy, where you'll be able to grab your customers' emails and phone numbers, as well as your personally sponsored folks. But at least we've got something up there for you to communicate directly with them. We had some issues in level rank changes based on subscription packages, and right now they are basically discovered the logic error in the database and the code, and so they've gone and they've been working on that, and 11:15, the testing and results show that the members upgrade and downgrade. They'll be able to apply the results weekly. So we'll have all that worked out this week. We also have some other priorities and things that are in place. Let me just kind of share with you what the priorities over the next week or so here. One one of the major priorities that we want to make sure that we really resolve is this rank change. As we move forward, you will see in your back office, you will see your achieved rank as well as your paid rank. And what that means is when you achieve a particular rank, you will always be ranked at that particular position. However, if your qualifications, let's say you've achieved that rank, and for some reason your qualifications, someone didn't pay their monthly subscription, or they quit, or whatever reason was, let's say you needed 4 RMDs to be in that particular rank, and now you only have 3, you would be paid at that rank, and it'll show you in your back office what your paid rank is. At the same time, let's say you bring in that in the reverse order. Let's say you have 3, you bring in a 4th, it'll show your achieved rank and your paid rank as that new rank, and you'll be paid accordingly. So you're going to see that in the back office, and they're working on some of the logic to implement and put that in place so that with this ranking issue. So that's priority right now. The other one is we're going to be separating customers and the affiliates tabs in the back office. So you're going to now see you'll have a customer tab that will show your customers, and then obviously their contact information, and then the affiliate tab will be for your personally sponsored affiliates, and then throughout your genealogy. We're going to be working on perfecting the reporting on the genealogy. They're currently setting up the database and the table to report different reports that one I would like to see as a builder, but you definitely would want to see, like, how many is in your team, what the volume's coming in through each leg. You want to kind of see as a builder, you want to be able to see that data and run your business like with a P&L. Your profit and loss statement for that month or week or day. So we're sitting down and writing out how I'd like to see that, what it would be, and how I'd like to, as a builder, how I'd like to get that information. So we've also some things that got done is now we've got the tools to be able to communicate in the field a lot more efficient through the back office. Also the webinars, we've got certain reporting tools behind the scenes that have been done that you guys don't really see, but they're tools that we need to be able to move forward. Another priority that is this week is basically we're building a separate tab that for daily rewards, so that the members can view what their rewards are by themselves, and separate from their LDs, which is your lifestyle dollars, and your eCash. Those, we've got probably about 4 more man days to work on that and finish those up, but that is the priority right now, so that you can see the difference in what your daily rewards are, what your LDs, what your eCash. You'll be able to get a clearer picture and an understanding of what you have and don't have, and make it a lot easier for you to view, because a lot of the confusion and some of the tickets that we're getting in is, one, they don't really understand the comp plan, or nor they can't really understand what they're reading in the back office. So we're simplifying it and making it more user friendly. So that is a priority for finishing up this week. We also have as another priority for this week to try to get done is when someone purchases a package, the communication on how long it takes. We're working on being able to communicate the process and show in the back office at the stages of where it's at, and and getting all those procedures and everything in place for you. And then at the same time, we're working on, one of the engineers is working on the ability customers to upgrade. So you bring in a customer, they'll be able to click on a button and be able to upgrade from their customer status into an affiliate status. And one of the things that you would think is a simple way of just adding a link to upgrade, but we have to look at the logic that if you gave somebody 300 lifestyle dollars and they want to upgrade, that we have to put in procedures and policies that don't allow them to carry those lifestyle dollars over, because now we'd be paying double credit on those if they were to give away. So certain logic and stuff had to be put in place. For us to go live, to test and work on some of this stuff, we had to put up what we had just to get the doors open for everybody to start participating. Well, they're working on that upgrade button to where you'll be able to easily move customers into affiliate positions. And so one of the things until then I want to bring to everybody's attention is that make sure that if you have a customer that's signed up and has gone to GoFun Places and now they want to be affiliate, you have to send them your affiliate link from GoFun Rewards, and they're going to have to re-sign up, and go through the process. They're going to have to use a different username and a different email. But once they've signed up, now they're an affiliate, and they'll be able to now transact on any packages or membership level that they want to, and they can go out and start marketing it. So, but until then, we're one of the priorities for this week to finish up is that upgrade button, and to make it seamless and easy. The other thing is we want to be able to manage your giveaways a lot better, to where you can select a default of $25 on your lifestyle dollars, to be able to go in and select that and be able to give away and give away just $5, which is the minimum on some of the stuff that we have over at the auction and different things. So so that's a priority for them to finish up this week. And again, there's several programmers that are working on that. The other thing, like going back to the reporting I was talking, that's a big part of what they're working on, along with some of the database migration to our servers, which is behind the scenes. A lot of success has been done behind the scenes to be able to prepare us to be able to handle and do the checklist stuff that we want to do, and easier. As we move into the new year, I can tell you that a lot of this stuff is going to be fixed. The auction they're going through right now, and this is a priority to fix some of the bugs in there, and with the new database and new engine, the engineers are working on that. So again, there's 29 items, and we're adding as we go, but the engineering team is sitting there drawn out with the proper way to handle, so that we don't create additional bugs. There's so much behind the code that's the slightest thing can throw something off. And so our number one concern is right now making sure that the daily is on track and is paying correctly, and we've seen a couple of things that we need to fix in there that we're seeing, but the last week and a lot of the success again has been achieved in behind the scenes to help us move forward on these. So again, priorities I read off today, these are the priorities that they're working on to finish this week, and to get those off the plate, to move on to the next set of priorities of what needs to get done. So a lot of great things are happening. The engineers are aggressively working and coming up with some good ideas on some new stuff, which is, and again, we have to test. Also, I want to just make sure that we educate the field on a couple things. One is I mentioned about I thought I did. Maybe I didn't, but let me mention it now. The upline, when you in your back office, if you're marking in your back office or checked off the fact that if somebody's giving away lifestyle dollars and they don't have them, that it's going to search upline. You have agreed to allow people to search upline to find them, and so what happens is it's going to search upline for the condo card or the lifestyle dollars, and then those will be given away. The upline would receive the credit, but you receive the customer. Now, for folks that don't do that, what you've got to remember is if you don't have enough lifestyle dollars that you've set in your amount, or you haven't chose for them to search, you won't be able to give any away, and so then you wouldn't get the customer at all if you've got them coming in through your ads or so on. So understand that you want to be able to make sure that you can allow your customers to search upline through the system. If you don't have enough lifestyle dollars, that it's going to give what you plus what your upline has allocated. And again, your upline's rewarded, but so are you for the customer and the particular lifestyle dollars you were able to give away as credits. So again, let me talk about a little bit about the operations and what's going on there. We've got right now we've got over 50 different resumes to hire 4 English speaking / Spanish and Russian. We've got new cubicles that are being built. Our plans this week is to hire out 4 new customer service and to have them ready, trained by the first of the year, and to handle ongoing tickets and other growth as we grow into other countries, whether it's Spanish-speaking market, the Russian, and different languages that we're preparing for, that we're seeing in the growth. So through customer service, we're going to have new folks here that you'll be able to communicate with, that we're getting as Randall mentioned, to streamline the customer service. A lot of customer service issues because of some little bugs here and there, but we're in pre-launch, and I want everybody to keep remembering that as we move forward, we're eliminating this, and it's just going to keep getting better and better. Rome, I mentioned this before on several calls, Rome wasn't built overnight. It took one brick at a time, but once it was built, the glory of it's been shared for many centuries, and that's what we're doing. We are knocking off these different things, and we signed 3 contracts this week, for example, on manufacturers. So you're going to start seeing some new products coming up in the mall this week. There's gas heaters, there's wireless helicopters, remote control. So as we finish out and close out our contracts and the final agreements, you're also going to see some products where certain products we're not going to be able to ship to the U.S., maybe China, or vice versa, or Canada, and maybe not Australia. It just depends, because the interesting thing is each country has its own requirements in frequency on electronics. It has its own requirements on nutrition. We also are working on putting that into the back office so that you guys know what products can be for who and what countries. We want to make sure that it's specified and you understand. So a lot of those are being negotiated. We're Thursday, one of the co-owners and myself are flying down to meet with 3 new manufacturers in LA to talk about some of the new products that we'll be able. We're starting to get calls from folks and conversations. We've got some conversations, some very, very powerful executives within the consumer world that we're going to be having conversations. So there's a lot of really good things that are happening right now behind the scenes to prepare us for the new year. One other thing is that Randall and I were on a call today where we're looking to put, because we're being very proactive, as we always mention, we're always going to be proactive, and we know that the world of the legal with the attorney generals in different states, they're looking to put, as the bar's been raised, they're going to constantly raise the bar, and so that's what they're doing. They're looking for companies to put in place training from compliance. So, we're going to be starting to implement that at the first of the year. You're going to see the compliance. As Randall also mentioned, the credit cards. We're at the mercy of them. Just going through their due diligence. We've been right now. We have one company that's been we're working with, and we're looking at 3 or 4 that we want to work with for the mall, the auction, the travel, and so on. So a lot of really good things that have come to play, And, again, we're just going to keep pushing forward, keep that ball pushing one more yard, and we get more successes every week. We're knocking down things and getting things stabilized, and we're pushing the ball one more foot, one more yard, one more touchdown. And it's so I'm excited where we're at. I'm excited where we're going. And anybody, Randall, do you want to add any last comments to the call?
No, I appreciate you covering that list. I mean, it's got a lot of things that we're working on, committed to getting fixed, and either need to be fixed, implemented to make the marketing efforts and to increase the marketing efforts and help people understand their business and how to run their business. So excited to know that we got more products coming in the mall this week, and so got a lot of good things coming. So I appreciate it, and that's all I have for tonight. I'll let you go ahead and close it out, Mike.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next Monday night call, and keep going out and just be aware of the postings in the back as we start rolling out some new stuff. You'll be communicated through the back office, and folks, it's we're just at the beginnings. We're coming out of the basement and really now start kicking this off. And one of the things I did want to mention, it's been really, really exciting and interesting to see the historical data for the last month and a half on transactions through the auction and the lifestyle mall, and watching what's going on with the lifestyle dollars and what's happening. The data is really good to help us perfect the model of where we're at. I think that's important for you all to understand, because no one's ever done what we're doing, and so we're creating this new type of model for this industry that's never been done, and to be able to take the time for with what's been going on to analyze and watch how the lifestyle dollars are being used, where they're going, how people are transacting, what products. It's given us some really good data to help us when we do open the gates for the consumers in the world, and which we're definitely moving towards. But it allows us to help us and help you to where we can streamline things and show different things to help move the lifestyle dollars better, but watch how they're being transacted, and what inspires somebody to transact versus doesn't. And so there's some really good data there too. So guys, we're again excited about where we're at. We are definitely on the next round of things to fix, and we're going to keep plugging away. I can just tell you by the end of the year I believe we're going to have this thing buttoned up, and we are just going to be moving very fast, and with everything that we've got going on and some of the stuff that's happening and coming down the pipeline that I'd love to say, but I just I'm excited where we're at. I'm excited about the success, and so with that, we're going to go ahead and close the call for tonight.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Hey, Mike Triggers.
Yeah.
Hey, Linton Manderson here. I'm so sorry to interrupt you at the end. I was hoping, if it's okay, since we have Randall on the line, is it okay if we just ask just a couple real quick update questions from the field?
Sure.
Right. So the first question that's kind of top of mind with a lot of folks out in the field is in regards to the travel agency. Do you have any news on when that deal might be closing, and any updates on that?
Randall, did you want to answer that question, or? Is he on mute?
We might have.
So let me touch to it. So basically, the lawyer needed a couple other documents. We were hoping to have that finalized this past week, but there was some additional documents that the lawyer needed, and so we filled them out and we've got it to him. We are literally, we would have loved to be able to make the announcement. We were hoping that we could have tonight, but it just didn't work because, again, we're at the mercy of the law and lawyers and all that stuff. So, but we have to and need to and will have tied up before January 1st. I'd love to. We'd probably.
That's incredible news. We really appreciate that, and appreciate you and all the efforts of every corporate, Randall Williams, yourself, Mike Driggers. We know that you guys have really sacrificed incredibly to get us to where we're at. So we wanted to also make sure that you know how much we appreciate everything that you guys are doing and have done so far. There was another question that I just noticed. I was kind of zipping through. There's been a lot of people commenting and questioning on the question and answer box there, and there was a couple people that mentioned that they didn't quite understand when to expect the credit card processing. Do we have a more sort of
here's So here's the thing. There's these stages where you go through pre-approval, and then they go through and they do their checks, and then they once they've done their check, then they approve, and then they've got to give you, after they approve, they give you the access to the emergent system. They got to turn on, and so there's this process that we're going through right now with some of those, and you know we're at the mercy of them right now. With these merchants' credit card systems. So we've been told that another week and a half to 2 weeks, but again, you know, we've been told that several times for different reasons, for different other things, and you just never know. But that's what we've been told, and our engineers are waiting for the code to be able to implement it. And so we're just going through the process. You guys have helped the content for the website, and some of the new content that's coming out. You know, they've already seen through the website. So you know, we're just waiting. Our hands are tied to them right now. But you know, again, we're not going to be expiring. The thing is, we're not going to expire any of the lifestyle dollars or start to expire until we have it open. Meanwhile, it's been kind of a blessing to, like I was saying earlier, because we're watching and seeing. The last thing we want to do is open up to the world and have all these issues and bugs and things that make you look bad, as well as the company. So it allowed us to, in this downtime and test this, to be able to see how the transactions are doing, again, how the lifestyle dollars, what happens when this happens, when someone spends, you know, 20 lifestyle dollars in this product, and how about the shipping from the communication from us to the manufacturer that's shipping. And so we actually have been able to fix a lot of things while we're here, so that we don't have a lot of these problems when we do open the gate. I mean, you think about it, you got 100,000 distributors in the program, and if we open up the credit card and all of them got 10 people, and that it would just, the system would just you know, do all kinds of things, and we don't want to embarrass you or us or anybody. So it's kind of been a blessing, but at the same time, you know, we want it just as bad as you guys do, and we're just at the mercy of the credit card processing companies right now. And you know, we had a couple that we thought was going to work, but they didn't pan out like what we thought, and we didn't want to implement them just to create more crazy havoc issues, as I would say.
Awesome, Mike. We really appreciate that. And I can say from experience that Wendy and I have actually helped to start a company from the ground up, and that particular did things the other way. They just threw stuff up before it was ready, and we ended up having more challenges in the long run. So we appreciate you know, the controlled growth here. We appreciate you keeping us up to date. And we had a comment also that people have noticed that the page has been updated more regularly, so we really appreciate that. We'd also like to encourage you to continue to do that, and if there are ever any outages or any you know, down for maintenance, that we get a notification right away, that would help extremely. And it has helped already. We've seen that you know, that advanced very quickly here. We appreciate that. We very much appreciate you guys hearing all this. I wanted to also speak just a little bit to, the content issue that you brought up there, Mike, and let everybody know that you know, T. Lamont Silver Senior, as well as Darren Miller, your other presidentials in the company, Wendy and myself, as well as, of course, our Director of Marketing, Mike Driggers, Randall Williams. We've all been putting our heads together now for the last couple of weeks. So you're about to see some drastic changes to GoFunPlaces.com coming soon with some much more robust content, and I believe that has a play into the processor as well. So that's coming very, very soon. We're actually on with one of the third-party vendors that GoFun has helped to bring in to help us kind of refine that messaging and get that clear. So we appreciate that. There was one other issue. I don't know if T. Lamont had any last things that he wanted to chime in here with. T. Lamont, you still with us?
I had to drop off unless he came back on, but he told me he was.
Yeah, he had to drop for a second there. No problem. We got this covered. So I think that was about it. Oh yeah, there was one question that has been a recurring question over the last week or two, and that was in regards to, we did have the glitch in the system, and I apologize, Mike, if you might have already covered this. I apologize if you've already covered in the call, but if you could just visit this. But there's a glitch with some lifestyle cards that were given away and reward credit were not assigned. Can you just cover that again real quick?
Again, yeah, I mean, there was a glitch, and we did find it, and they fixed one part of it, but there's also some of those is, again, not understanding that if they have in their back office a click, the box click to go ahead and search upline for those lifestyle dollars, that and you allow that it's going to, if you don't have enough, it's going to search upline to find who that person is, and it will assign the condo cards and the lifestyle dollars to that person from your upline. Your upline gets the credit, you get the customer. And so, and if you're not on a daily basis not having enough in there, it's going to do that. So you can uncheck it, and it won't do that, but then you lose out. And so we want to make sure people understand the difference, because what happens is you won't have enough to give based on whatever you assigned. If you ran out because you had 5 people come in that day that you didn't know about, and in reverse, you've got a downline, you want to supply to the downline, and also you'll be rewarded the credits from there. But we did find a glitch. They did work on the logic to fix that, and they're going to go back and reward everybody. That's on the list right here that I read off that's going to be taken care of this week.
Fantastic, Mike. And so I appreciate you revisiting that topic. I know it's been an ongoing discussion in regards to how that all works. And there was also a glitch in terms of, there were some people that had given away dollars and the reward credits. They gave the dollars away, or they gave away the Lifestyle Club cards, and then the reward credits hadn't shown. So we've been telling everybody that they need to, send one support ticket, make sure that they include their username on that support ticket, and then wait, give it a reasonable amount of time, and if that hasn't solved the problem, then call the customer service line directly. But one support ticket, everybody. Please don't send in 5 support tickets for the same topic.
Yeah,
just clog the system.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I want people to understand the importance of that. One is if you're calling because you know Randall, or you know Mike, or and then Lamont or whoever, and then they send us an email and stuff. What happens is, we need to be able to track the communication. We have to, legally, we have to be able to track the communication, so we have to use the system. And what happens is, a lot of times, I may get an email, And just because I don't respond back to you because either I'm in a meeting or something, I may have forwarded it to somebody else to take care of, and then Randall gets a phone call and he answers, or Wendy gets a call and she's calling Jimmy. What happens is you've eaten up 3 or 4 people on the resources for this one issue, and it takes us away from the things that we need to be able to do, because we want to resolve issues. We want to fix the bugs. We want you to have no issues and go out and build a very successful and prosperous business. But what has to happen, though, is if there's communication through the phone, that doesn't get tracked. If there's no ticket submitted and we're using emails, there's so many things that can happen with those emails. It doesn't get recorded. And so from compliance, we have to track all the communication. So you have to submit a ticket. Now, we're getting the customer service is getting faster at answering the tickets. We've been putting procedures and policies in place to make it happen faster. We've put in place a 72-hour response time, and we're definitely moving on that. We've got 4 new people that are going to be hired to be able to handle the volume of tickets that have coming in, and also to help in the English and Spanish and Russian market, because we do have a lot of communication going on from there to make it easier for you. So things are happening to make it a lot easier, but you do need to submit a ticket, and you do want to make sure that you reduce the amount of communication, because again, when you have 4 or 5 people all running on the same ticket, it's eating up resources and time and energy that can be applied to doing other things. So it's very important that you submit the ticket, and if you haven't heard anything, again, we want to stay on top of it. If there's a ticket, the system alerts them that that is getting older and older and older, and they're supposed to be able to get a little red mark that says they need to stop calls and answer that ticket, basically, if it starts getting outdated. We had folks come in this weekend that knocked them out. With the Christmas holidays coming through, we're going to be able to knock out a lot more tickets. We understand your frustration, but just patient with us as we get the thing tuned up and fine-tuned to where, again, the rest of the year, this thing's just going to be fine-tuned race car ready to track. And but just please submit the tickets first, and because a lot of things get dropped in email or conversation. So
awesome, Mike. We appreciate that. And we know that Jimmy and Ming, the customer service managers over there, are just working their buns off. The last time we were there, they were literally, it would look like a beehive in that customer service department. And I tell you, folks, as I've told everybody so many times before, Wendy and I, as well as your incredible corporate team there, and Tilo Silver and all of the leadership team here, you're all coming to the table with different levels of experience, but all of us have lots of experience in the industry. And I'll tell you, my own personal experience, I've never seen such a monumental task together in such a smooth way. We know that there have been challenges and some bumps and stuff, but I tell you, the people that are here, they do deeply, deeply care about us. We know that, and we appreciate that so much. I have one last technical question for you, Mike, and that is, and it's just the only reason I'm asking this now is because it's come up more than a couple times here on the question and answer. Everybody wants to know, when will we be able to give away lifestyle dollars to our existing customers? So we've given them one batch. You've given them 100 or 50 or a couple hundred lifestyle dollars. And do we know when we'll be able to start to implement that timeline? Originally, you and I had talked about possibly a 30-day period, but now you were just telling us that those original lifestyle dollars won't be expiring for until the credit card process is in place. So any time on that?
Yeah, so let me make sure I understand the question and I can answer it. So understand that first off, understand that it's not fair to y'all if we give away, we all of a sudden expire lifestyle dollars and all your customers out, but they didn't get able to use it. So it's not fair to y'all, and we understand that. So we have to, and we want to get the credit card merchant gateway installed and open and operating for you guys to go out there and have your customers stacked. We definitely want that to happen, and we're not going to, until we get that in place, we're not going to expire those lifestyle dollars because we want folks to be able to use them. And I think the question you asked, is that basically what you were asking, or are you asking like being able to assign more to the customers?
I believe it's to assign more. So once you acquired a customer, then to be able to give them another batch.
Yeah. So there's been several discussions on that, and what we have to evaluate is this. From a legal standpoint, we have to prove that you have customers. And we cannot have it to where you've got somebody, you gave them $200 lifestyle dollars, and then it expires, and then, now I'll give them another $200. That's not going to work. It has to be to where we're going to allow you to give away to people that are actually using them, transacting. The other thing is how much you can give away will be based on a lot of different criteria, which are being determined as we speak. Today, we've had many discussions about that. We do know that, we've known that, and we're prepared to have that to where you can give away more as well as ongoing. And we're actually working on some stuff that we're going to be rolling out on the first of the year that will allow you to do that. And retain the customer and show that you truly have a customer. We can't have folks that are just setting up false emails and you're transferring, and those things are going to expire, because that puts the company in jeopardy, which then puts you in jeopardy of not having a company. And so we want to be able to give those away. We want to give a large amount. If you want to give your family member or a friend or somebody you just met, you want to give them 500 lifestyle dollars, absolutely. We want that to happen too. But there's got to be procedures and things in place before that. Part of what we're watching is how many has been given away. We've got the data that shows how many have been given away. Out in the field, how much is being used internally, and it's really interesting, a lot of what's been going on. And so, we're taking that data and analyzing and figuring out the best ways to proceed. So, as we get the merchant open, the system, and people are transacting, as we roll out some of this stuff, you're going to start seeing within, the next 3 or 4 weeks, maybe into mid-January, that you're going to see the ability to assign more, but there's going to be rules that says, we're going to look, did this person use the ones you already gave them? If not, then you're not going to be able to give them any. And then if the ones that you did give, they transacted, you'll be able to give them a little bit more, and so on and so on. So all that stuff is being, finalized and being coded, but again, before we can get really into the code, we need to knock out some of these items on the list. That's one of the things that's on the list, the ability to do.
I appreciate that clarification. And I was going to go ahead and, if it's okay with everybody, I'm going to just go ahead and bring Wendy on here at the end. She's got some updates for us. The next couple of weeks, everybody, as we all know, the holiday. Everybody have a great holiday with your family, however, wherever you spend that time. But we also wanted to make sure that we let you know that we're all here. We're all still, working, and, pretty much right through the holiday. We do take time off with our families, of course, for special times. But we have the next couple of days are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So let me just bring Wendy on. She's going to help us understand the next couple of weeks.
Hey, real quick, Wendy, didn't you guys, and Wendy, didn't you, and welcome to the call, by the way, and I was going to ask you guys, didn't you guys receive some of your shipments from the mall?
Absolutely, Mike, we did. We received our shipment from the mall, and I know Darren Miller's received his golf clubs he won. He has received a bunch of items that he won in the auction. So we are excited because everybody's receiving their mall products as well as their one auction item. So it works, everybody. We're really excited about it. But Mike, I just wanted to hear from you. What do you want to do in regards to the Christmas Eve Monday corporate update call and the New Year's Eve? Should people plan on being on a call, or are we going to skip it because of the holiday?
I want to communicate as much as possible all the time, but I know that it is the holidays. And so what I will share with you is this. We want you to spend time with family and friends. If it's something that we believe exciting and extremely important news, we will definitely put out an email to let you know, and post on there to have a call to be able to communicate with you. But these times we want you to also spend time with your family and friends, and we don't want to be tying you up to get on a call unless it's extremely important.
Excellent. Well, that's great news. So any updates you heard from the Vice President, he's going to make sure to keep us updated because we have that awesome back in our back office. We've got right on that home page. You have to read it before you can click I agree. So it's exposed to everyone as everyone's logging in each and every day. It's brilliant because then we know for a fact that everyone's gotten the information. If you're staying tuned to sharing the profits and so forth, of course you're logging in, and of course you're getting the most updated information. So with that, hey Mike, would it be okay if I just go over who's doing the webinars this week as we build our through the holiday? Okay, sure, fantastic.
Absolutely.
So we're super excited because we've got this week people are really wanting to get themselves positioned for 2013. And believe me, anybody that's out there is starting to think, what am I going to do differently to set myself up for a different 2013 than what I've experienced in 2012. So it is prime time to start speaking with those people that you're seeing out there at holiday parties, or as you're reaching out and just checking in and wishing everybody a wonderful holiday season. Ask them, what are your goals? And most likely, people want to probably earn a little bit more money or have some more freedom in their life going into 2013. And guess what? You can help them achieve that with GoFun Places. So on Tuesday, we've got Presidential Darren Miller is going to be doing the overview. Then on Wednesday, we've got Presidential T. Lamont Silver Sr. doing the overview. Then on Thursday and Friday, Lynton and I are going to be covering the overview. And we're super excited to really make this week count and really set yourselves up for a brilliant 2013 for all your family and friends. So with that, no further updates from you, right?
Right. I'm all good unless there's more questions.
Okay, Mike. So one last question that came up on one of the last questions that come in here. Is this being recorded? And I can answer yes, it is being recorded since I was the one who hit the record button. And where can we listen to that? It will be in your back office. So we'll get that posted up as quickly as we can. And I believe that's it for now, unless there's any other input from any of the other leaders out there. All right, Mike, hand it back to you to wrap the call. Thanks, buddy.
All right, thank you, Wendy and Lynn. Thanks for all your hard work and working with the company and working with the field. And T. Lamont, thank you for your support and working with the company and field. And folks, thank you for being part of the company as we keep moving forward and building and rolling this and preparing for the best year to come. And again, I want to thank you for your time and patience and to be able to work with you. It's going to be exciting times here coming in the new year and what we've got planned the next couple months. So, folks, go out there and make it a blessed week and have a great weekend, and we'll see you and talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.
Great call, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Randall.